The skies are finally clearing up after a light rainfall most of the afternoon. The weather's approaching 49 degrees, so we've got a brisk West Virginia evening ahead of us. Wrap up tight and settle in, folks. This is 104.3 WVCK, the Basswood Sound. I'm your host, Carrie Hammond. Coming up after a short break, mental health expert Dr. Winter will discuss the recent opioid epidemic that's been affecting.
Change my clothes and wash my hands. Does the well go down that low? Let me breathe and I'll let you go.
What's good?
I felt around for something real. There's a radio station playing wrong in my ear. You keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive. You keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive.
Yo, it was good. I ain't seen the game in a minute, so might as well play this one. So my third time starting over because the first time I downloaded it, I went to it, I played the game, he got out of the car, then I deleted it. And then just a few minutes ago, I started playing it. I was like, I might as well stream it, so I'm gonna just start it over again. It won't be that bad starting over. I really don't know what's happening right now, but
Time to kill before the funeral. Might as well spend it here.
Use your heads with.
just what I'm using. I'm using it now. I wasn't using it at first, but now I'm using it. Alright, the only thing I really know right now is that it's a funeral. He gets a funeral that he eventually got to go to. I think it's just. I know. I'll turn it down.
Somewhere for things to fall apart.
Right, there we go. But basically, the reason why it's background noise is because my girlfriend is at work and we on the phone. But yeah, basically the only thing I know now is that he got to go to a funeral. I don't know. I think it's his partner's funeral. I don't really know. I forgot. But yeah, he basically just getting back from wherever he was at. I don't really know the details.
Welcome back to Basswood, Sam. I came up here every chance I could. One of the all-time great views. Really makes a small town look big.
Wrong. Some small towns do look huge when you actually go to them or whatever. But bro, I love story games like this because the views be looking so good. Like in this, Life is Strange, one through Colors. Wolf Among Us, like the views be looking good as I don't know what. already read all this and seen all this, but I'm gonna just do it again, just so y'all can read it, or just glance over it. Basically, just talking about the town and talking about Basswood. I'll do these over because these like main points or whatever.
I'm not sure Nick would even want me at his funeral, given how I left things.
So right now, I don't know who Nick is, but I know we'll eventually probably find out eventually.
I remember spending entire summers on the banks fishing with Nick.
And he said Nick name twice now. So apparently, as we can tell, Nick is somebody close to him.
My hometown. It felt more imposing in my nightmares. Strange to think of Basswood without its mine. You'd think the massive cliff face would be a giveaway.
Obviously. It says fall hazard. I mean, yeah, you're up above, so I'm pretty sure it'd be a fall hazard. I don't think it wouldn't be, but to each his own.
I get the feeling it still sees some use, given how bad the coverage is up here.
I ain't live streaming in a bit, but might as well do it now when I'm not busy, because I work Friday. And I think I work, I don't work Sunday. I don't think. But I work Friday, so yeah. Basswood Wildlife Area. Read. West Virginia scenic mountain forests are home to deer, flying squirrels, and red foxes, field mice, rabbits, and cave bats. Among other animals, bobcats, wild boars, and even black bears have been seen all over the state. Every very remote farmsteads have occasionally sighted the eastern cougar puma concolor to the prowl.
Some of these species are endangered. She wrote an article about it. Hunting is another tradition I could never get behind. Just don't see the appeal.
I mean, he is right. But I mean, some people gotta eat, so they gotta do what they gotta do. When hunting, carry with you any and all required permits and licenses. Do not hunt while under the influence of alcohol. Hunting is forbidden between half an hour after sunset and half an hour before sunset.
These trails were great to walk if you wanted to feel truly alone. Nothing quite like it. Nothing quite like it.
Alright, Alright, Pat. What did it say?
There seems to be something here.
A and S.
Lovers scarring a tree to write down their initials. Always seems twisted to me.
So what we know about him right now, what we could tell about him right now, is like he's just like a simple person. Like he thinks some things or most things are just he don't really get behind them. Like he don't really see the hype behind him, or he's just like a regular, like just average person, I guess. Like he's like that one person in the group where everybody like this, and he's like, I don't really kind of like it. It's whatever. I feel like he's that type of person. That's what the vibe I'm getting from him. But trail closed 3 years ago due to illness.
A lot of people were upset when it closed, but not upset enough to fix it.
That's facts. That's normally how people are. They'll be upset about something, and then they don't ever want to fix it. They want to wait for everybody else to do it. Hikers and hunters safe from bears.
I left a sandwich in it for a whole week once. Dad never let me forget it.
Okay, so I don't know if his dad and parents are still alive, but I'm gonna just assume that they are, but who knows? Go this way.
I used to love looking at Basswood from up here. Helped give me perspective. Until that day.
What day? Like, what day happened? Okay, it's a good thing you can't walk past there. I was just testing the game, see if they let me. If they let me, that would have been sick. But I gotta take my screenshots of beautiful sceneries. What does that say? Spyglass. What's happening?
Why can't the real world be as clear and peaceful as my own mind?
Optimal shot angles. What did I say? I didn't even get to read it.
Even if it does mean nothing stays hidden in here. Not even me.
Okay, so think like this shit look beautiful, but we could walk around in here. Can't go up there. Optimal shot angles. What does that say? I don't even know what that says. Remember that night at the Spyglass. People. Okay, Sam. I left Basswood 2 years ago to run away from a job at a small town newspaper, a town full of angry people and a failed relationship. I didn't glance by it. Now I'm going home to attend my best friend's funeral. What could be more than facing all of your past mistakes at your friend's graveside, right? Okay, so his name is Sam, and he ran away from a job for the newspaper. And apparently his best friend, which I'm assuming is Nick, died, and he's now coming back from wherever he was at after a failed relationship and his best friend dying to go to his funeral, I'm assuming. Nick's been my best friend since we were kids, my only friend. I ghosted him 2 years ago when I left basketball, and now he's ghosted me about being dead. Okay, so basically, after he left, he ghosted Nick, and now Nick's dead, and now he's back for his funeral. Okay, you know, the one that got away. So basically, I guess that was his ex or whatever. Oh, so that was your own name card into a tree. So I think that was. I think her initials and the other initial was his, I think. If I'm not tripping. Okay, it says it was her idea to carve her initials into a tree. That was before, well, you know the rest. You came up here one night with her by your side. It was late and you were about to head back when Anna said she wanted to show you something. She had scratched her initials into the tree, then drew a heart around them. What are you, 12? You scoffed. She took your hand and made you taste the grooves in the wood with her fingers. When you're 12, she said, and you're in love for the rest of the time, is what you'll compare for the rest of your life to forever. You laughed and she kissed you and then you drove home and never thought about that again. Until now. So I guess that's his ex. So him, his dead best friend, and his ex are the people we know right now. And so it says I gotta remember what happened that night at the Spyglass. Alright. Memory. Remember. Alright, remember.
I've been meaning to ask you something. Don't freak out. Would you be my little girl's godfather? I wouldn't trust anyone else with this.
And yet I stopped taking his calls. He even called once the day before he died. I'll never know what he wanted to talk to me about.
Okay, so at the arcade, I'm assuming Nick asked him to be his daughter's godfather. I guess. I don't know if that was his daughter's about to be born or not. It probably was, because most likely when somebody asks somebody to be their godfather, it's when a baby's about to be born. But Basswood rail and damage track led to a derailing. Cause you see how when that one came up, the other one went down. So I'm assuming it'll like the more I walk around, the more it'll start to come to me. I guess. I'm pretty sure. And then he said after he asked him to be his girl's godfather, his daughter's godfather, or whatever, he stopped taking his calls. Even he said he even called the day before he died. He still didn't answer.
To ask you something. Don't freak out. Would you be my little girl's godfather? I wouldn't trust anyone else with this.
And yet I stopped taking his calls. He even called once the day before he died. I'll never know what he wanted to talk to me about.
Okay. So he said he wouldn't know what he wanted to talk about because he didn't answer. It says, okay, remember.
This is Anna. She works freelance. Does a lot of the human interest pieces.
What can I say? I'm interested in humans and their pieces. What do you like to write?
I gotta run to a review with Walt. You two feel free to chit-chat. And Sam, be nice.
I had never met someone so interested in others. Even in me.
Okay, so I'm guessing that's when him and Anna, if I get that right. Yeah, I guess that's when him and Anna first met, I guess. And they met through Nick when he was working at the place, the newspaper place, I think. Or if he was going to work there, I'm pretty sure.
The story is important. You know I think that. It's just... people around here have short tempers and long memories. Be careful. Sam, are you even listening to me?
I heard you, Anna. But no, I wasn't listening.
So, I'm gonna just make a hypothesis or make a guess. The story that he was going to write, she told him to be careful. And he didn't be careful, and because of him not being careful, Nick died, I'm assuming. I'm just gonna assume that. But right here is just her telling him to be careful. I guess he was gonna write a story and she told him to be careful. Because people have, what she said they got? Short tempers and long memories, yeah. And he said he heard her, but he won't really listen to her. But no, I wanted to see that memory. It's not gonna let us see it. Oh, I'm put my glasses on, cause I could see you. It just I need to make sure that everything I'm seeing is correct, cause some of the stuff in this game is like kind of far away. So let me see. All right, so it says optimal shot angles x equals vx times ty. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that just in case. X equals Vx times Ty equals H plus Vy times T minus G times T squared divided by 2. Alright. I took a screenshot of that just in case. Let me see if I got the screenshot right. Okay, yes, I got it all the way. Alright. Take these off. Alright, there we go. Alright, now what was I? Where is this thing? Remember.
Come on, Anna. Look at this.
What is it? Someone skinny dipping?
Anna, you really need to see this.
I can't even see. Something's blocking it.
Oh, he was gonna propose to her.
Sam, what are you doing?
I'm trying to be romantic.
What? Wait. Please don't tell me you're proposing.
I'm down on one knee, a ring. What else would I be doing? You look like I just ran over your grandma. Okay, the silence is really starting to scare me now. Anna,
So he
please
proposed,
say
and
something.
I guess it didn't go how you wanted.
Put that away. Come on. I don't want a ring. I don't need a ring. You should know that. We've discussed it before.
So it's like she didn't say no. I guess she just don't believe in marriage. I guess, but like I said, to each his own.
We weren't happy. She was the one brave enough to face that. Lost in my head
Okay.
again. How much time did I miss?
Well, if you don't go to that funeral, return to the car. You wasted enough time. Okay. Will my whole life be different? As she said, yes, seeing her again, that's going to be hard. Yeah, part of me is looking forward to it. The rest of me wants to run around, turn around, and leave now. Okay, so he proposed, but I guess she said, basically said no. And now he gonna have to face that again because he gonna have to meet her, I'm assuming. So there's no other way to go down. Alright. Gotta check with games like this. I don't like missing stuff.
I missed the funeral. Maybe it's for the best. On the bright side, Nick's not alive for me to let him down again.
I'll be right back. So like I was saying, basically, all I know now, right now, is that him and Anna was together. His best friend Nick died. His funeral was today. He just missed the funeral. He had to meet Anna again, which he was kind of scared to face. And him being in his head made him miss the funeral. And he thinks that's for the best, which he probably won't. Look at these
Lovers
things.
scarring a tree to write down their initials. Always seemed lovers scarring a tree to write down their initials.
Could have been.
Always seemed twisted to me.
Could have been. A and I'm gonna just assume it say M, cause this is initial, but then it might have said S. Let me see. A and okay, yeah, it did say A and S. Okay. Okay, yeah, A and S. Sam. Okay, I know I went to. I thought his name was Max, but. You still coming?
Sorry, Walter, but I don't think I'll stick around.
Yes, go to that
Giving up
funeral,
already?
bro.
Just a quick, depressing jaunt down memory lane, and then you're gone? I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. Lots of hurt. And you might be right.
It's him talking to him.
But it's been 2 years.
See? I knew it.
It's time to face the world. Time to adult.
That is you.
The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone.
Or was that him in his head? I don't know. I think that was Nick, but then I think that's him. I think it's screenshot. And now it's showing like all the buildings and all the lights and stuff instead of just showing like the outlines. Are you still coming? I really hope you can make the way you'll be at the Haven. I'm almost there.
Lost the signal. Some things never change.
That's alright. Something like that will happen at that moment too. Even if you do feel bad, but that's still your best friend at the end of the day. Like if any of my best friends, Matthew or Derek died, bro, or Destiny or Kit or whatever, bro, I'm going to their funeral, bro. Like it's like, bro, it ain't nothing else to it. Like I don't care how bad I feel. They'll be more mad at me for not going to their funeral or not going to more mad at me for not going to that funeral and then skipping it. Even if we did end on bad terms. They still my best friend at the end of the day. He just Joe here. I don't know if this where the wake is at. I don't think it is, but you know. I'm gonna just assume it is, but Joan Bud, Nick's daughter, can't imagine what she's going through. Oh, okay, so that's Nick's daughter. Okay. Joanne. Is it Joan or Joanne? But I'm pretty sure it's Joanne.
Muley, you actually came.
It's been a while. You've gotten taller.
Can we talk?
We're talking right now.
It's cold.
I'm assuming that's her car.
So,
No, who is she?
You left.
Joan, that's not fair.
You
Okay, Joan.
left.
I'm sorry.
Look, Joan, I messed up.
You said you wouldn't leave. You said... I don't remember exactly, but you pinky swore.
I didn't mean to lie. I just screwed up. After Anna broke up with me, I'm sorry. I wish words meant anything. I wish this didn't make it harder for you to trust me now.
You could have at least called something, especially after...
You could have.
You know, after my dad.
You could have.
I don't know what to say to that. You're right. I wasn't in a state where I could reach out to anyone. I'm still not. If Nick hadn't died, I never would have come back.
Thanks for being honest. You're always at least honest.
Always. Better than be honest and lie.
Listen, I wanted to talk to you about what happened to Dad. It doesn't make sense. He wouldn't have just crashed. He drove like a grandma, you know that. It's wrong. I don't buy it.
Okay, so this, I'm assuming this is what's gonna start it to them to figure out what actually happened to him.
I'm just in town for the funeral, Joan. I'm not a PI or a cop.
You're the closest thing I can talk to. Will you just look into it, Muley? Please?
Yes, I will.
She wants her father's death to mean something. But where does that lead?
Who's that?
What if it leads to the truth? That could change everything.
Okay, so he's not talking to her.
An hour ago, you wanted to run away. Now you want to start another investigation? A few questions won't hurt anyone. Just tonight. To reassure her. And myself.
It's like he paused in time, but in a
is
way.
Awake. If you poke around, people may end up poking back. Okay, whatever you do, at least leave the kid out of it.
He can't do that. That's her father.
Later on,
That's her
friends
father.
don't lie to each other, even if it means disappointing her again.
Yes, definitely. Because friends,
It's your
like
call.
you said, friends don't lie to each other, and you got to make up to her because you left. Oh, so it kind of like, it's like, kind of like his. Is it like his two personalities? I think like one is this and one is. Promise to look into it, bro. He literally owes her. Like, he literally owes her. Like, first of all, you left and didn't call her, didn't text nothing, didn't text her that nothing. And you just pop up out of nowhere. Like, promise to look into it. What the hell?
Okay, I'll see what I can see and all that. Gumshoe it up.
You will?
You make some good points. It doesn't fit. I hate when things don't fit.
Yeah, me too. I might just be, I don't know, crazy or something.
Well, let's see if you are.
You want to know for sure. I get it.
Thanks, Muley. I should go in before my mom misses me. You better get in there too. Can't hide in your car all night.
You definitely
Who
right.
says I'm hiding out here?
I do. See you inside.
See, I would say one thing I like about this in Life is Strange that the models are better, and then not only that, the graphics and how they built and whatever, how they move. Because in Life is Strange, bro, they move like freaking sticks and stuff, like stick figures. Like, if they would have made the models like this, like actual, like they face and stuff like this or whatever, I would like Life is Strange 100 times better. Okay, so the same time, the same doubts and conditions, face it or escape it. This time I made a different decision. The temptation to embark on another Doom investigation leading to nothing but pain was too strong to resist. Am I doing this for Joan, for Nick, or myself? Of all people I heard when I left Basswood, Joan is the one who least deserved it. She was just a kid and my goddaughter, but it's a tough job to be a lonely kid's only friend. I couldn't hack it now that her dad died. Things aren't going to get any easier for her. Angry, hurt, stubborn heart to believe Joan was the one who nicknamed me Mooly. Not that I'm looking for an excuse. I made a promise to a child that would break your heart whether I keep it or not. What if she's right about her father's death? What would that do to her? And what if I can't give her the end she's hoping for? You gotta at least try. Like, don't just give up. Alright, okay, now we can walk faster, because at first we couldn't. We had to keep walking slow, but... Kathy's car. I think her car is older than her daughter.
Seems Kathy's been keeping this running 100,000 miles past its prime.
So I'm
I
just
hope
gonna
she's not
assume...
running short on money.
I'm gonna assume that Kathy is Nick's girlfriend, or wife, or ex-wife, or whatever. You know, I like explaining everything, because I don't like missing nothing, so... Why is this a black, bro? A black, all black truck? Like, god damn. Okay, it's not black, it's brown. Or kind of reddish. I was about to say, bro, all black truck just sitting there? Like, that's not suspicious at all, is it? Alright, coming through the back will get me.
Ethan keeps a spare key around, but I should use the front.
No, I definitely would get you a look. He's gonna look at you like, what the world? Like, BASSWOOD police car. The forest seemed better days.
Some of the police force stopped by, which means most of the police force stopped by.
No, if
Might as well talk to Walter. I'll have to sooner or later.
One policeman will stop by, all of them stop by. Tara's car. It seems most of the BASSWOOD jungle crew is in the Senate.
Whoever said you can judge someone by their car never met Tara.
Okay, so it's Tara, it's Joan, it's Kathy. Okay, alright. Gotta get the names. Okay, and this car actually is black. Okay, no, that one is red too. I lied. Alright, so Kathy, Joan, Tara is the names I know so far. Nick, Sam.
Yes, the cat food is under the sink. Yes, it is, Mother.
Former boss from
Trust me. Oh, Samuel is here. I'll call you back.
Okay, so his name is Walter.
Samuel Higgs, as I live and breathe. Has it really been over 2 years? Regardless, I'm so glad you finally made it. It's good to see you. What kept you?
A trip down memory lane. I missed the funeral, but I made it to Nick's wake.
You have to bring it in for a hug. It's a BASSWOOD back in town requirement. So good to see you. Even if I wish the circumstances were different.
I'm gonna hug him.
In times like these, we need the comforting touch of others. At least I do.
Hey, where's your boss? And you say he is nice, so why not? And it'd be like messed up, kind of not give him a hug.
Also, have you spoken to Anna lately?
No, why?
You know.
No reason. If you get the chance, we should catch up. We should really catch up.
Cause she in there. I bet
see you
she
inside.
is. I bet you she is. How much in the bet he gonna walk in there and she gonna be right in there? That's why he asked. He not asleep. You know, I bet it. My old boss at the paper, I say he told me everything I know, but given my track record, that wouldn't be much of a compliment. I always thought Walter was a decent sort. The rare breed who truly believes his job is to serve the community. Seeing the old jugger was nicer than I expected. Okay. So right now it's Walter, Sam, Joan, Anna, Nick, Tara, Somebody else. Oh, Kathy, yeah. Why not?
I haven't read an issue of this paper since I left. I wonder how they've been doing without me.
The same. Oh, it's a paper about Nick. Okay. Earliest we got dear colleague Nick passed on the treasure cards. He will be set to rest tomorrow. Having to get some material reports. Family prison coercer. Jenkins to coal mine even to honor the member of a dearly departed friend. Long-time readers will no doubt recognize his name as there have been days when it was in the byline of over half the articles littering this plucky paper. Nick was loved by his family and colleagues. He is survived by his daughter Joan and his ex-wife Kathy. Okay, ex-wife. See on page. Alright.
Must have been a hard issue to write.
So Kathy is his ex-wife and Joan is obviously his daughter. And is that it? That'll all we could look at before we go inside. Alright,
Ugh, I'm not ready for this.
well, you gotta be eventually, so you might as well do it now. Bar's front door.
Here we go.
What you bet Annie gonna be there? I bet you. Alright, here we go.
Mr. Samuel Higgs, big shot investigative reporter.
Okay, investigative reporter. Alright.
Didn't think you'd ever be back in
Just now we know what he'll do.
I'd gladly slash your tires, but that means you couldn't leave town. And you are leaving town right after this, right?
I'm gonna confront him. Who
Just
you
really
talking
embracing
to?
those hick stereotypes, huh, Joel?
Gentlemen,
Like, what does
get you
nigga
good
think he
old
talking
boys
to?
another round. Mighty kind of you, Declan. You're not worth it, Higgs.
Do something damn, pussy.
Making friends already, I see.
Declan, been a while.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight. And you always seem to angry up everyone's blood.
Me for real. Just here for Nate.
I'm only here to pay my respects to Nick. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. Shame that. You watch yourself.
Yeah, man, everybody don't like him. What did he do? Like, God.
I think it's time I go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right?
This bitch ass nigga. All the miners in BASSWOOD lost their jobs when the mines closed. I should have known they still think it's my fault. Nothing to do with awful working conditions and human management, obviously. Okay, so basically he's mad because I guess all the miners lost their job and he was one of them, and now they think it's his fault. Taken to the local law firms, I vaguely remember him from school. He used to get into fights a lot. He used to protect smaller kids. No one was surprised that he became a cop. Okay, so I guess they went to school together, and now he's a cop. You don't always make it to the front page of a newspaper with good news. Not even in BASSWOOD. A car crash. Walter did a good job on the obituary. W. Walter. No one allowed back there but Ethan. What carrying? Probably made by Ethan's sister, Cherry to let go.
It's supposedly the spirit of coal. Doesn't really belong here anymore.
I didn't know you read Dickens, Ethan.
Collection of alcohols from all over the country. Ethan likes to show off.
Thought it sounded good.
Then you should read Great Expectations.
He's owned this bar for almost a decade and still can't afford another employee.
That's crazy.
Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means well.
Miners.
Old-timers in general already don't like me, and the article just made it worse.
You always did know how to start a ruckus. Can't say I missed that.
Hey, Sam, why don't you drink to Nick on the other side of the bar?
Yeah.
You always did know how to start a ruckus. Can't say I missed
Right, that me because y'all lost your jobs. Don't blame me. I ain't do nothing. Hasn't been in place in decades.
That's where Nick and I sat every time he dragged me out for drinks after work.
So I had to throw them all out on their ear, and only then did I realize.
Ah, Samuel, my favorite ex-muckracker. Join us, join us.
How was the funeral?
Wasn't there. Setting up for this.
Everyone came, most of the town, it felt like. A sea of sad, wet eyes. I gave the eulogy. Felt hollow. So hollow. He worked for me for years. For years, my best reporter. What do you even say about him?
He was a dedicated reporter. He was a team player.
Remember that article? Something about stoplights? No one cared, but he did. Months of effort.
Yield signs. He approached each story with his pen like a knight wielding a sword.
It's the small things. Like he always kept his window down. Said cars made him claustrophobic. That's how he stays with us. The little details.
I remember the bar bets about that safe spot at Pac-Man. He got me one night.
Yeah, got me once too. Can't believe it's real.
Enough about Nicholas, enough. Tell me, how have you been, Sam? How have you really been?
Be honest.
I spend all day doing nothing. I don't even count days. They just blur together. Nick's death barely hit me. It was like a pinprick compared to just everything.
Time heals most wounds. Some it just makes worse. Sounds like you need something to pull you out of your rut.
Well, I think I've taken enough of your gents' time.
Go, mingle, circulate, but you must join us for an actual round later. You must.
Oh, Walter, can I ask you something?
Questions are the fountainhead of knowledge.
Nick's crash. Was there anything suspicious about it?
I asked myself the same thing. The very same thing. It did seem odd.
Okay, so it's not
Young
just
Nicholas, a careful man in all things, including driving. I looked into it myself. You know what I found?
What?
A tragic accident with nothing amiss. I am both relieved and saddened to say.
Ah.
Life is rarely like a crime thriller, and while I don't mind you asking, some might find it a distasteful conversation at a man's memorial. Especially from you.
I'll,
he's
keep
not
that in
wrong,
mind.
though.
See that you do, my boy. See that you do. You should have been the one giving the eulogy, Samuel. No one knew it better than you. Like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, you two were.
It's the guy who got the mine closed.
I can't believe he showed up.
Bro, what did this nigga do? Like, bro, everybody don't like him, bro? Like, how did he get the mine closed? What did he...
Sammy! Oh, it's been ages.
Tara?
Oh, me?
Well, that's Tara,
I've had this
okay.
stomach thing lately, always churning. And this thing with Nick, His car went up like a Sunday ham. He burned alive, you know. Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after
Who just says that casually and then just adds the, you know, blah, blah, blah. That's wild.
you left.
No.
The infamous Sam. I've read that article you wrote on the mine. You must have put in a lot of legwork on that.
Took a lot of research.
It took reading thousands of public records, but a pattern emerged of willful negligence.
You are a bulldog. A dangerous man to anyone using power to exploit others.
That's nice of you to say.
Oh, don't hesitate to drop by the
Oh, so I guess apparently he did apparently I guess he did like an article on the mine, and that's what got everybody else fired.
pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you...
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Oh, right. Don't be a stranger, Sam.
Okay. People, okay, so Walter. Well, Walter, what you see is what you get. His grief for Nick is sincere. A small-town bartender who lists this morning, he thought Ethan's bar must be the only prosperous business in Basswood. He was new in town, but it seems like he knows how to fit in. Then again, as a town pharmacist, fitting in is part of his job. It still is decent of him to come to next week. Tara, the officer administrator at Basswood Jungle, is the proverbial weird coworker. She likes everyone and everything. Dinosaurs, romance novels, evangelical TV, conspiracy theories, rice cookies, usual street names, you name it, she talk about it for hours. No, I'm not gonna talk to her yet. I'm gonna wait.
But no more than 3,000 milligrams.
I thought it was...
Bess always had a soft spot for Nick. I think she liked his work ethic.
Bess.
That amount is damaging.
Pretty courageous of him to try his luck in Basswood, given the state of things.
True.
Can't believe this whole thing's still working.
Oh, Lord. So it's him having a drink with Nick? Oh, Anna. Him being there with Anna.
The kids and I've been busy, and we got a little something for you.
Yeah.
That's gonna make you smile all day. Daddy, 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 daddy. But when the lights are out, it's time for me to show
I guess this is a memory of them together, dancing to that. Yeah.
Sit yourself down. Now you should know how much.
Alright, y'all, I'm bad. I just had to go to the store. Okay, I'm resume. Let's see. So we just did a memory. And basically the memory was about him and Anna dancing to a song.
Declan lacks subtlety, but he loves this town like no one else.
So, Sam, how's life been treating you?
Sounds weird.
Well enough, I guess. I got a roof over my head. Can't really complain.
Where'd you end up? You ran so fast after the mine closed, no one knew where you went.
Just someplace out of state. Kind of a fresh start.
You staying in town long?
Not really. Why? You think I'm gonna disturb the peace or something?
Wouldn't be your first time. Have a nice evening, Sam.
I already don't like him as a character.
You always did know how to start a ruckus. Can't say I missed that.
Some people can play this game drunk. Anna was best at 3 beers.
That's not a lot. I wonder if the drunk customer doubt they read it. You probably won't. Walk by the price up here, vehicle, Ethan members, and then every customer. And Ethan's we trust. So this is basically about Ethan taking over the coal miners. But since the coal miners are closed, I guess now he's running the bar. Oh, just the name of the name of the bar is Coal Miners. And the current owner used to be Carl. Okay. Okay. And that was Nick's article. All right. Mine for the pair tried to article back there. So basically, a lot of people rated the mines for the pay. Okay. Here's the table. Slightly short back corner. Slightly short back corner leg. Keep the advance regular. Yeah, actually, I still don't want to talk to her yet. I want to wait. Nick always
Nick and I spent so much money on this machine.
John can't use by GarageBand. Ethan tries to support the local singer.
Should I have brought flowers? Do people expect me to?
No.
Should I have brought flowers?
It would have been nice to.
Do people expect me to?
So this is Kathy.
There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce. But anyone can see she's taking his death hard.
Talk to her.
Kathy,
Sam, you actually came.
I know you two haven't been together for a long time, but I'm still sorry.
We hadn't been close in years, but he was my daughter's father. I'll miss him. Joan was really hurt when you left.
So, Nick and Kathy had Joan, and then we don't know when, but after they had Joan, they got a divorce. But she still loved him because he was her daughter's father.
Town. Nick and I were never close after the breakup, and Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe don't break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell her.
Your daughter thinks Nick's crash doesn't make sense.
She's a little girl who lost her father. She's confused right now. Don't you go encouraging her, or worse, putting those thoughts in her head. I frankly thought you knew better.
Do you think she has a point?
I think you should stay away from her.
Let's go into my palace. I ain't gonna lie. I love Pac-Man, but this Pac-Man like he drunk a 40 and high.
You're a lot like Pac-Man, Sam.
I consume everything in my path?
You find every last bite. The mine closing wasn't your fault. Your investigation just hurried things up. You probably saved some lives, you know.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Muley.
You piece of...
Language.
Is that a wedding ring?
I didn't know you were thinking about marriage.
Oh, it's just... It feels like the right thing to do.
Dad, what's the point of getting married?
Well, it's just one of those things people do, Bug. Here, you can play.
Someone has to show you grown-ups. Video games are the realm of the young.
Have you talked to Anna about this?
That's kind of the point. I'll talk to her about it when I show her the ring.
If you say so. Hey, just remember I'm here, right? If you need anything.
Me and Derek for real.
Anything but my arcade secrets. Those I'll take to the grave.
Sorry we lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy.
So, that picture of the dude without a beard is him. And that's also the dude that was sitting in the back seat. So I guess it's like his second personality or his consciousness or something like that.
This photo always looked weird. Nick could never keep a straight face. He was more her best friend than a dad.
Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not. For him it was.
Happier times. I wonder who took that picture. We drove straight to the sea after work on a Friday. Hell of a weekend.
That sounds like a great weekend.
I wonder who took that picture. Bug was so small back then.
Miniature, you could say.
Those two were a great team. Look at us. Those two were a great team.
Samuel, guess I lost the bet.
Bet?
Yeah, that bet you'd never come back to Basswood. Not after you went careening out of town like a bat out of hell the instant that article broke bad.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'll bite. Tell me, Dennis, who did you have a standing bet with?
Myself. So I guess I also won.
What are you even doing here, Dennis? You and Nick become friends or something?
Nope. He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
This coming from the IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can. But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way. Relax. I'm just playing. At least tell me how you been.
If you must know, I still haven't bounced back from when Anna and I broke up.
I think you mentioned she broke up with you. Yeah, but I hear you. Yeah, that's how I ended up in this shit town. Chasing a woman. Yeah, then she left and I got stuck here with 2 kids.
That's fucked up.
Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
It ain't no way.
As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part, how little you know of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. 'Tis but I suffer for your sake. Believe
It's a nice song, though.
dear, that's true. I wish that you were staying here.
Alright, so I think now it's not. Well, I'm gonna probably talk to. I'm gonna talk to what you call it first.
Anna used to play it almost every night. She stopped after her father's accident.
Anna was hearing. Learning to play the guitar again. I'm ready to practice before work. It's how I used to wake up listening to her plucking chord adjustment before bringing her coffee. She was happy then, even if that guitar had its own history, sadness, and loss, even before today. He never met Anna's mom, and she didn't really talk about her, but the few times she did, it was always about how she loved having music in the house. Her mom used to play old folk songs on her guitar, and the two of them sang along, sitting cross-legged on the floor on the long afternoons of her childhood. Anna lost her mother when she was a teenager, but even in the following years of grief, confident and escape, she held onto her mom's guitar, even though she never learned to play it. Instead, she left BASSWOOD, went to college, and came back as a journalist, telling stories of her own hometown. Remember the feature she wrote about that old music shop on Gooseneck Hill? And it took the assignment when no one else wanted it. Her article didn't rescue the music shop from bankruptcy, but the owner came to thank her personally. He gave her free lessons as a thank you gift. She finally learned to play. That's nice. And this is the IT god, the paper I used to work for. I remember him as a bitter and mean-spirited guy, a loner with not many friends in BASSWOOD. So am I. But it doesn't mean we're kindred spirits. Change the way you talk to him. Kathy didn't marry young and divorced quick. I'm not sure she's ever really liked me, though I was their daughter's godfather. Maybe that just made things worse. Kathy never gave me for determined in his life. Okay, y'all can't keep holding this man's decision above his head. Like, he's a grown man. Like,
There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce. But anyone can see she's taking his death hard.
Not now, Sam.
You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more. Has it really been 2 years since I saw her? She hasn't changed a bit.
can you blame her?
Anna?
Sam!
At least you know she cared about you, hurt you like that.
I've missed you. Why'd it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
It hurt coming
I won't lie, it really hurt coming back. I stopped by Lookout Point on the way here.
Sam, why'd you do that to yourself?
A desire to open old wounds? The old-timers gave me hell when I came in, too.
People around here have short tempers.
And long memories.
But most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or 2, 5, if the Lord has a sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
She's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. It doesn't make it easier, though.
It's gotta make it a little easier. When my father lost his legs, nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions. Whenever people talk about you, he always says, you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your dad's Joe. He's an oak. Unmoving and annoyingly supportive.
It wasn't just him. Nick thought your piece was great. He was actually jealous. He always wanted to write something that shook the pillars of heaven, as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together. Started to get serious. But I think it's only now I realize how much I cared for him.
You and Nick started going out? When did this happen?
A few months ago. He never told you?
No.
He asked me to let him be the one to say something. You two had been so close.
I ain't gonna lie, that's absolutely crazy, considering the fact that he used to love her, literally propose to her, and then him and his best friend started going out.
He probably tried. I hadn't been answering his calls.
Ah. That's the worst part, right? Anything broken just stays broken now. But this was all nice. The funeral, the wake. Walter did a good job. But it all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been laid on top of me and I'm still carrying him.
I'm sorry, Nick's gone.
It's hard for me to really just wrap my head around it. Nick being gone. Smart. Don't rock the boat when the person in the boat just lost a loved one.
It's big. I can't get my head around it either. His stuff is all over my house, but he's just missing. Things without an owner. Most of it all probably
Oh, that's what it is. The owner gone.
Joan and Kathy, the throwaway. I don't even know. Sam, I'm tired, and if I'm gonna drink and cry, I want to do it alone. I played that stupid song like I told myself I would. He said, or he used to say, it made him ache. I did it, and I'm going home. We need to catch up, though. Let's meet for coffee tomorrow and talk. Really talk. 9:30?
Yeah, maybe.
I'll be at the cafe across from the paper. Christina's. It was honestly nice seeing you.
Samuel, come. Have a round with me.
I need a drink or two. Or 3, and then I'll go.
See, and then again, threw me for a loop so much that I didn't even ask her about the circumstances of Nick's will, but afterwards I got the feeling that it was for the better. And Nick, talk about cliches. The moment I left Basswood, my best friend and my ex get together. I don't know how to take this, but in the same way, it's also the thing we have in common. And is the only person who knows what it feels like to have lost Nick. That song played on paper, and Nick was beautiful.
Mr. Hicks, good to see you. My condolences for your friend. Coming back in town must not have been easy. Officer Stevenson was telling me about your little welcoming committee.
It's all right. Declan saved the day.
We just don't want any troubles here. Not from you, not from anyone.
Don't worry, I won't stay in town long enough for that. Declan, Bess, have a good night.
You too, Sam. Take care of yourself. Nick was a good man. Always spelled your name right when he was quoting you. Basswood lost one of its golden sons.
Past comes from a family of cops that goes back generations. She's been there working on the job, and immediately she's a politician knows the ordinance and choosing the words carefully. Politician and a cop.
People leave you or they die. That's the only way anything ends.
So tragic, what happened to Nick. The details are horrible. They think he didn't die on impact. Instead, he roasted to death. Not enough to damage the bones, but, you know, not a pretty sight. Unless you're into that kind of thing, of course. I didn't mean to be rude, Sam.
It's all right, Tara. I don't like the sight of dead, burned people.
Oh, thank God. I wouldn't want to be rude on a day like this. Poor Sam. Now that Nick is gone, everyone in town hates you. I mean, I don't. Why would I? It's not my job you destroyed. You're not the cause of all my problems. I mean, that's what you did for pretty much all of Basswood, but not to me. So, I don't hate you.
Thanks for the confidence booster, Tara. I'll see you around.
Nick was the good sort. Sometimes the good sort die like the bad sort. It's not fair.
You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more.
So, Nick wasn't drunk, and me? I was drunk as a skunk.
Ah, Samuel, join us. We were just sharing stories about dear Nicholas. And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit?
Ah, spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer.
Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To dear Nicholas.
Yeah, he'd been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there. With a bad dad joke or two.
With friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
Oh, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
You two were close, though, right? Tell me about the man outside the bar.
He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords. Kept his notes squirreled around him like a hoard.
He got married young and had a kid. Then broke up and dated my ex. And they were happy. In love. Anna clearly cared about him a lot.
Oh, my boy. You can't compare lives. Just like you can't compare pain. They just simply are. The friend of man, the friend of truth. The friend of age, and guide of youth. Few hearts like his with virtue warmed. Few hearts with knowledge so informed. If there's another world, he lives in bliss. If there is none, he made the best of this.
Burns. That from your eulogy?
You know Robert Burns? And no, just something I keep on hand for toasts.
Well, it's a good choice. And sorry about that, Sam. I wasn't trying to bring you down.
Everyone liked him. I think even Dennis liked him somewhat.
He always had a lot of friends. A few who couldn't make it sent flowers.
How's the family taking it?
Joan and Kathy seem shaken. Kathy has a lot to deal with, now more than ever. And who could prepare for losing a parent? Not a soul. Not a single soul.
Put that down. Kathy, what's your underage child doing drinking? You have no control over her? Ethan could lose his
I
license.
wasn't doing anything. Don't touch me.
Joan.
Leave me alone. Ugh, you guys are all so stupid.
You do not talk to people that way. I'm sorry, everyone. She's just so...
That was quite heavy-handed. I hope the little one doesn't take it to heart.
She's gonna take it to her dad just died. Just wait.
Declan sure came at her with both barrels. Joan's tough, though. She'll be okay.
How many is you gonna drink?
What a night. I'd say that went well. Ish. You got to chat with everyone you've been avoiding. Even if the years didn't smooth their animosity as much as I hoped.
Just shut up. Coming back to Basswood was your idea.
You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back. It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh?
Stop pushing me. Stop always poking at me. You just won't quit.
I'm trying to help. And helpful tip number 602, beer doesn't solve any of this. You're back out in the world, feeling emotions, fitting in. That's progress.
Fuck the world. Pointless talking and more talking, and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable.
Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid. No promises.
He went and did something stupid, didn't he?
We need the room.
No, stay out.
You have 10 minutes before we charge you for another day.
Okay. What kind of monsters have a checkout at 9?
Yeah, apparently.
What happened last night? My head. Pills plus drinking. That was not my best idea. Did I black out or what? I can't think straight. I need some water on my face. Clear it up.
Why is it so bright outside? Because it's daylight, obviously.
Late for checkout. They can wait a bit more. Oh, my head. How many of these did I take?
Damn, about to kill.
God, what a headache. I feel like a small jackhammer in my left temple. Didn't even get under the covers. Glad I even made it to the bed.
I ain't gonna lie, when I be tired, I be just like him. Just going to my bed and stopping the bed and going right to sleep.
Please let there be water. No water.
So I've been streaming for 2 hours. We're gonna end it right here. Now we know that Nick was in the hospital or whatever, or he was not hospital. I'm tripping. Not Nick. I mean, Sam was at the bar or whatever. I guess he jumped too much and now he's here. So yeah, we'll pick it back up in our live stream. Hope you all like this live stream. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on all notifications. Until next time, I'm out.